XRP holders, let's talk straight. Bitcoin maxis are running around saying we could see $200K by the end of the year. That's basically a 2 times from where it is right now. And honestly, if that plays out, why would an XRP at least triple? Think about it. 2 times on Bitcoin means we are looking at over $4 trillion in market cap. But at 3 times for XRP, that's still under $1 trillion. The math shows XRP has way more room to move without even scratching the surface of what Bitcoin is doing. But before I get into the details, I just want to do a quick note. If you want to actually trade XRP with leverage while all of this plays out, Bitunix is the exchange I use. They're giving out up to $100,000 in bonuses for new signups. So all you need is just an email to get started. And of course, hit that subscribe button here on YouTube so you don't miss out any of the updates, because I'm covering this every single week. Okay, now let's dig into what's really happening. So Tom Lee, who's been around this space for a long time, came out again and recently said that he sees Bitcoin going to 200K to 250K by year's end. His reasoning is that the Fed has basically flipped from hawkish all year to dovish, and that historically gives Bitcoin a tailwind that we need. So for context, Bitcoin is sitting around 122K right now. If that doubles, we're talking close to 5 trillion in value. But here's where XRP comes in. If XRP just doubles, it goes to about $6. That's less than a 400 billion market cap. Way smaller, way more room to run. And if XRP triples, that still doesn't even put it near Bitcoin's size. That's why the upside here looks so attractive. But it's not just about price predictions as well. If you have a look at the catalysts, for example, ETFs are one of the biggest. Over 30 crypto ETFs have already been filed with the SEC, covering everything from Avalanche to Cardano to Stellar, even XRP itself through Osprey's early products. We can say that this is just the beginning. Once these products start rolling out, we are going to see a flood of institutional money that's been sitting on the sidelines for a while now. And when that money does flow in, XRP doesn't need to be the biggest as well. It just needs to be included, and that alone is going to drive very serious demand. And technicals also matter here. XRP has been in a consolidation channel since July. It had that big breakout over $3, but it's been slowly bleeding sideways since. And right now, resistance sits around 3.13, and that's the level bulls need to crack. If a support holds above 2.65, which it has so far, then the bullish setup stays intact. And if momentum builds 3.82, 4.20 is the next zone. And if that breaks, we are talking about a potential run into the 4.50 to 6.50 area. October has historically been very strong for crypto, and this month looks like it could be the turning point for us. Now, people always ask, what about the risks? Which is fair, of course. We've got the macro uncertainty here, the US government shutdown drama, the Fed rate cuts, regulatory battles, but here's the reality of the situation. The Fed has already begun cutting, and history shows that when they cut near market highs, the next 12 months tend to be very bullish for risk assets. Add that to the fact that the SEC and CFTC are finally coordinating on regulation, and the path toward is clearer than it's ever been. And look, there are so many traders and investors from all over the world that are talking about XRP, Bitcoin, and the future of DeFi. Institutions are circling, ETFs are on the way, and the global push for adoption is happening faster than people realize. So we can say this isn't a retail hype anymore. We are seeing billions of dollars in fresh value coming into XRP while the broader market just chops around. And that tells me that the institutions are quietly positioning themselves, like I said before. So to recap as well, here's where we stand. First, Bitcoin doubling would be huge, but XRP tripling is more realistic and actually easier from a market cap perspective. And secondly, ETFs are the pipeline for big money, and they are already stacking up at the SEC, as you know. And also technicals point to consolidation right now with a potential breakout coming if 2.65 holds. And lastly, macro is lining up with Fed cuts, regulatory clarity, and global adoption all moving faster than expected. So if you've been holding XRP for a while, you know that patience has been the hardest part of this. But these are the conditions that usually set up the next big move. So Bitcoin might grab the headlines, but XRP could be the one with the cleaner runway to move higher. Now, just so I'm clear, this isn't financial advice. I'm not here to tell you to buy, sell, or hold. The crypto market is risky and unpredictable. You have to make your own decisions and never invest more than you can afford to lose. I'm just sharing what I see and why I think XRP's setup looks so compelling right now. So okay, to wrap up, we can say in this video that October is here, the charts are lining up, institutions are getting in place, and catalysts like ETFs are on the horizon. I will keep tracking it for you daily. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next update. And if you want to trade XRP with leverage while this plays out, as I said, Bitunix is a place that I personally prefer. I will include the link down below. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.